I'm going to
Happening.
make sure that we are live. This is the awkward part of the very beginning where you're like, is it working?
Yes, we are
And I'll
checking.
share it on Facebook so
Just
people will join us. I'm going
second.
to make sure that I think we're doing it. I think we're live. All right. Yes. And there's the chat. Oh my gosh. We did it, Serkan.
Yes, we are online.
Woohoo! We did it. We did it. I think we did it. All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Turning all of this down. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the FCBDU podcast. My name is Deanna, and I'm so thrilled to be here, especially with my special guest today. So, let me do a little introduction of our podcast and of our special guest. As many of you know, here at FCBDU, we value understanding the lineage of our movements, of our dance, and today we're stepping into one of the cultural roots that have not only influenced Fat Chance belly dance style, but has influenced dance styles all over the world. And I'm thrilled to welcome Serkan today, an internationally acclaimed Turkish dance master and the 2008 male belly dancer of the world. That's amazing. He's the organizer of Rakas Istanbul International Oriental Dance Festival, and you're renowned globally for your dynamic fusion of Turkish, Romani dance styles. And I'm really excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being a part of this today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and thank you for inviting me. And thank you for your amazing introduction. It's I just get blushing. It's
Well, I just have to, I've been telling everybody, and hopefully we have a lot of people joining in on the live stream. So if you're here and you're joining us, say hi. But I've been telling everybody since I got back from Morocco, first of all, how amazing the Funoon dance camp in Morocco is. Nawara does a fantastic job with that event. And last year, it was so amazing to meet you and to be there with you together. And I wish we had had just like a few more days of just hanging out and touring and just wandering around and chatting. But I so enjoyed your workshops, and they were one of the highlights of that trip for me. And I knew as soon as I was in that very first class with you when you were talking about the history and the culture and the whys behind being flat-footed versus being on the balls of your feet, like all of that stuff. My nerdy dancer brain was so happy to have that and to experience it. And I just adore you and I love your teaching style. I'm just so proud that to have you here with us on FCBDU.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Diane. It's before I forget, yes, Navarra making one of the best uh, how to say holiday workshop holiday, or it's not a festival, dance camp and dance holiday. Yeah, dance holiday maybe is more correct word. And Navarra is one of the best. She's really know how to do it and really enjoy her. That was my second time I was teaching at her camp, and she know really how to do it. And thank you for your words for my teaching, because personally, when I teach, I prefer not only technique or choreography or figures, it's what is behind of the figure, what is the history of the style. I always prefer, because when you know what are you doing, you're doing better.
Yes.
And it's only if I show some figures or combinations and then, okay, next, then it's for me, it's like copy and paste. You just taking the figure or combination, and okay, you do it with yourself and your dance, but you don't know what is it, only maybe name. No, I prefer to show, to explain what is behind history, if there is or name, also who is using, because I you remember I was explaining, because there's a Egyptian style, Turkish style, Lebanese style, Moroccan style. There's many, and that makes uh, special everything. Like today, we're gonna talk a little bit about Turkish style belly dance. But before I forget, I always mention this. Here we are not pairing the different styles, not comparing this is better than other style, or Turkish is better, or Egyptian is better. No, no, it is all is nice. I always say one is pasta, other one is pizza. So you can eat both. You can like both. Why not? And
Yes.
as you can one day pasta, other day pizza. Or of course, we all have one more personal taste than other style, which is normal. And but why not other styles also can be nice to
Yeah.
try or to respect. So it's like we are not here to say this style is better than other one is worse than this. No, it's always nice.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that for sure. And I also think that it's really important to understand behind like the culture and the history behind the dance styles because like what you were just saying, we have different preferences. And maybe my history and my background and my preferences tie into a different style than someone else. And that's just because that speaks to me more. And so, yeah, I love that it's learning about it because then you learn the parts that connect with you and what you enjoy and why you enjoy it. And yeah, I feel like maybe it makes you not just a better dancer, but to enjoy it even more because there's that like that energy behind it.
And actually, it's like better for who, better from who. It's like I always say, just try your best. Don't try to be best for who, and try your best. This is enough. And because whatever you do, maybe it's for other person, is never good enough. So it's just be try your best, but not for somebody else. Don't need to comparing or competition with other style, other person, and just enjoy whatever you're doing. If you remember, is my teaching style is always a little bit funny. Sometimes it's silly how I use the
Johnny
guys.
Depp and George Clooney, and, and I love it.
uh, I love to do this way because when I'm explaining, okay, now right diagonal and left diagonal is like they were checking what is the diagonal like. But when I say Brett George, they always remember. So this way, silly way of teaching, it will remind you more easily. Like after, if you try to remember the combination, for example, you don't need to think about where is a diagonal, where is a left behind up. No, just this silly way is make it easier to remember. Also, I believe when you enjoy, you learn better. In my case, it's like that. When I enjoy whatever and I feel better, I learn better. If I get stressed, I don't feel I'm learning something. I
That's
think it's
totally true. I think that's scientific too because of the your nervous system. When you're kind of more like relaxed, you can absorb and you're not on this, like fight or flight.
yeah, I think because it's quite not easy. You're also teacher. I'm sure who is watching now or later can understand what I mean. We are teachers not only teaching technique or combination or choreography, we're also handling all the emotions, all hormones. Because imagine for you, this is job, this is life. You prepare your lesson, but you have 20 person in front of you, and they're all different emotions of the day. Some is fight with their boss. Other one is not happy with their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Other one so exciting, so happy. And it's all these 20 different emotions is same class. And you need to make them balance because one is exciting, want to do everything, but you're teaching something, feelings like, for example, veil dance or emotion tarap, for example. But she's so exciting. Other one is so down, is not in the mood because there's some problems at home, at work. So you need to bring them together to make balance each other and continue to whatever you're teaching. So that's why the funny way, it's more easy, or maybe not easy, but better way to bring them all together, and then it's more easy to teach.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's brilliant. There are a lot of teachers that are so good at that visualization, and the playfulness that you bring to the class is fantastic. I still remember kind of there was that one class where we were walking around and there was a choreography where we were like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we were like looking at each other and doing a little. I think I still have a video from that. It was so
Turkish
great.
pop oriental. Yes, I remember
Yes,
that.
yes, Pop
Turkish pop
Oriental, and I still remember because it was so fun.
that's what I mean.
Yes.
So because when it's fun and it stays somewhere, like in your cloud, it stays somewhere. And when you this happy moment is bring you there again to make connection. Okay, that was the figure.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need to remember all choreography, but you remember that point.
I remember that part.
That's fun. That's good to
Yes.
hear.
Every once in a while, I walk past the mirror and 1, 2, 3.
Was pop or Turkish pop oriental
Yes.
was çifte telli elements in it, like Turkish çifte telli.
Yes.
I
Yes.
I hope one day we can do Turkish çifte telli workshop because
Yeah.
it's really the roots of Turkish style belly dance or Turkish oriental in the history, and it's really looks simple, but there's so much things to work on it. Turkish çifte telli.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shiftelli. Okay.
Like I call this mother of Turkish style belly dance.
Oh yeah, Shiftelli. Because I
Yes.
only know it as a I mean I've heard it from in the context of Turkish belly dance, but I only know it really as a drum rhythm.
Yes.
Drum
It's
rhythm.
a there's a çifte telli rhythm. It's only Turkish. I mean not only, but it's really Turkish. Also Egyptians drummers they are using, but they say this Turkish çifte telli rhythm.
Okay.
It's comes from Turkey Ottoman Empire, and it's because Turkish çifte telli original is a folkloric style, as there's different part of Turkey, and they dance a little bit different, like Bursa, Adana, different cities I'm talking about, Izmir and Edirne. There's all different çifte tellis, but the rhythm is same. Only way of dancing is different. But what we're gonna do, it's the workshop. It's Balkani Rumeli çifte telli, which is like Balkani style, because they were dancing in the Ottoman Empire time, front of Sultan. So they were not dancing only folkloric way. They're also dancing. It's a little bit belly. Okay, we can call this belly dance because that time was we were not calling belly dance.
Right.
You know, belly dance is we start to call 18. I'm terrible with the numbers. Sorry, 18 with 1893. If I make mistake the date, sorry about this. In USA, you know, is one exhibition where they were doing World Trade Expo,
Yeah.
and there were two dancers. One I think is Egyptian, one Moroccan, and then French press, French newspaper. They posted like or post they newspaper. They said dance to ventre, dance of the belly. And before that, we were not using this word, and we were using raksharki, which is more meaning because raks means dance, sharki is Middle East. So dance of Middle East. It's not specifically Egyptian or Turkish or Lebanese or Syrian. It's more the bigger area in the map. And but by the time, because of this French newspaper, everybody start to use this word, dans de ventre, and they translate belly dance. In Turkish, we also use in before time göbek dansı. Göbek is a belly. The dance, dansı is a dance. So every language they translate from this word, dans de ventre, and originally Rakshaki. And then in Egyptian legendary dancer and teacher and choreographer. He bring this Raksharki to the stage, then it's become like when you say Raksharki, everybody thinking, oh, Egyptian style.
Mm.
Uh, yes and no, because yes is of course is also Egyptians dancing, but to translate the Raks Sharki, like I say, Raks means dance, Sharki is Middle Eastern,
Yeah.
and so dance of Middle Eastern, the translate, and this included Turkey, included Lebanon, and the if you check the map, actually Egypt is not Middle East, is more North Africa,
Mm.
but it's also included, of course, as a culturally, because Raksharki uh, with the Silk Road it goes until Taiwan, actually, when they dancing with the long nails, and that's also is Sharki, and there's Moroccan Sharki. There's Morocco, they have Raksharki style. It's when you listen, or for example, Somaya, she danced wonderful with this style, and you can see, oh, it's Egyptian? No, it's not Egyptian. It's Moroccan Sharki, and it's different. It's uh, actually what I want to say, we are all cooking same food, all this Raksharki countries, cultures, whatever you say, only different sauce, different
Mm.
spice. But the end is the same food.
Yeah.
And but that makes us special because I cook it more Turkish spice on it. Other one doing it's a Moroccan sauce. Other one doing Lebanese or Egyptian spice on it or way of cooking. Then that's the end make it different taste, different flavors, also delicious, but it's basically the same food.
Yeah.
We're all doing same things. Who love to dance, of course, who love to dance and teach.
Yeah.
Sorry, much.
I love this conversation. Well, and also depending on, what's available, like the different musical instruments, the different musical instruments in Turkey that might not be available, and not something that they use in Lebanon is going to make a different sound. It might move the body a little bit differently. It might make the rhythm, like in Turkish style, if I'm not mistaken, there's more of a 9/8 rhythm, and that tends to move the body a little bit differently and a little more staccato
Yes,
in some ways. And so, yeah, yeah, yeah.
line eight is most different than other styles. Is really, if you know a little bit about 9/8, you understand what I mean, because 9/8 is, we call this in Turkey, is also broken rhythms. It's not really a regular one. It's for example, in Oriental dance, there's many different rhythms and makams, and you can call like apple, 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 apple is more regular going, but the 9/8, what I mean, apple, apple, pineapple. It's like apple, apple, pine, apple. It's like goes not regular one. That's why it makes little bit uh, different, little bit, some of them scary, some of them not everybody cup of tea. I know it's like when I say this Turkish roman havasi is a 9/8 rhythm, and they said, oh, it can be interesting. When they see it, like, oh, I was expecting belly dance. No, not at all. It's no belly dance is a different rhythm, roman havasi, but it's so much fun, so much joy. It's when you get in it, then you start to enjoy, and it's totally different. I love the energy of Roman Havasi
Mm.
because it's so live, and it's normally 100% improvisation, like Baladi, for example. That's what I mean. You see, all this is connection.
Yeah.
It's a totally different style, Baladi and Roman Havasi. Nothing same or similar, but both improvisation and both comes from life. Like uh, Baladi, for me, like one mother and daughter, they are preparing food dinner for tonight, in the radio or now in television, there's one balladi song, and mothers continue to make food, and then daughter she put one hip scarf, but not coins belt, just scarf, and she started to dance improvisation, no choreography, no combination, just how she feel, exactly like Roman Havası. They never make choreography, or they never say, I'm going to do 4 times this side, 4 times this side. No, how they feel. And no uh, costume for Roman Havası, how they feel. Of course, they costuming now more colorful and everything. They wear jewelry, flowers, and everything. And somebody's mixing with the Russian Romanis, which is more skirts.
Mm.
Like when they use so much skirt, this is not Turkish Roman havası, because Turkish Roman havası they don't use skirts figures. That's more Russian style,
Okay.
and so it's all these things is connecting.
Yeah.
It's it's both improvisation, the baladi and Roman havası, and nothing same, but it's connecting.
Yes. So,
It's
when you were, I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
Oh,
please
I
tell
was
me.
just saying how you, when you were saying like it's an improv and it's from, I think from what I'm hearing and from what I've researched and read, the movements aren't a matter of, okay, we're going to do this and then we're going to do this. No, no, it's just things like I was, like you were saying, I was kneading the dough, or I was like making the bread, or I was washing the clothes. And so the movements are more from like everyday life,
Life,
just
from
like
life.
adding playfulness or something to your everyday life.
Turkish Roman havası, it's the some way is a similar, is like a Indian temple dance, Kathak dance, or Indian dance, because every figures is from life. Like
Mm.
you say, let's wash the clothes, let's make it coffee, or we have this figure. This is violin, but of course with the 9/8 rhythms. So it's a Indian Kathak dance, or I'm not specialist for this, so I don't want to say something wrong about it. But what I mean, they also have the figures, names, all this from life, like Turkish Roman havası. That makes different energy.
Yeah,
It's so I love it. I love Roman havası so much. I love everything. That's what I said, pizza and pasta. Because one day I'm in the mood, like Thursday, I was teaching my class here. I was making one happy balladi. It was really it's cheeky way. It's more chemise and dancing nonstop. It was I'm really in love with balladi because you put all your feelings in it
mm,
and you express your feelings. But other day I'm in the mood of Roman havası. Other day in the mood of Shabi. It's totally different styles, but it's we don't must wake up every day. I don't think it's possible, but every day in same mood. Okay,
right.
today I'm in Shabi mood. Tomorrow also. After tomorrow, no. I don't think this is possible. And as a the personally, my horoscope, my zodiac is Gemini. So changing every day.
Right. Yes.
Mood
What's
and
next? What's new? What am I going to try now?
my character, but my mood, of course, changing. It's normal for everybody.
Yeah,
I don't think everybody can be on the same mood every day, every moment. It's if somebody do it, of course, respect, but 24 hours same mood, I don't think so.
it's hard. Yeah. Well, and
Yeah,
also I like to use dance and music to change my mood. You know, if I'm in a like last night I was kind of like, oh, I'm just, oh, what's going on? And then I was like, I need a dance party. So just put on some music in the kitchen and, change your mood.
exactly. Sometimes, it's like you tired, you're down, and even you love to dance, you love to teach, but you don't want to go to work to dance, because you're tired, you're not in the mood until start. When you start, and it's everything's changed. Like I said to my students, I don't call them students, I call them angels. my
Oh.
angels. Yeah, this I always call them angels. It's I told them uh, dance keep us alive mentally and physically. It's okay. The life is not pink. There's so much things happening in the personal, private life, the world, and everything. But when you're in the dance class, dance room, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever workshops, of course, problems is not solved. You
Mm.
have problem with your boss. When you dance, it will not finish your problem. No, only when it's finished, you will feel more strong to fight for it, or will be less important than when you start.
Mm.
Maybe before you start, you feel like your the life is destroyed, you cannot continue anymore. But dance gives you some energy, some uh, mood. Ah, okay, it's problem is there, but less important, or I can handle tomorrow. Dance gives us this chance mentally and physically, of course. It's after you dance. For example, if I teach 8 hours, I don't feel tired. Of course, then I drive back home, then,
Right.
but not on dance time.
Yeah, when I get home from dance class or workshop, for the hour maybe after that, I'm like, like,
Yes.
and then just crash.
Yeah, more adrenaline. Dancing time is gives you more adrenaline, and then when you stop, not immediately,
Right.
because when I finish in the night, 10 o'clock, for example, still I have energy, but I have to drive back home. So when it's driving, and then your energy is lower, and at home, like okay, you're again uh, not down, but more tired than the before.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
when you love to dance, I think it's okay.
I think it's amazing. And so you've
Yeah.
been dancing pretty much your whole life. I mean, since you were like 10 or something, yes?
Yes, I start when I was 10. Uh, Actually, I'm Turkish and I was born in Turkey, in Izmir. Izmir is a west coast of Turkey and is the third biggest city in Turkey. Like people think Istanbul is the capital. No, it's Ankara is the capital.
Mm.
Ankara is in the middle of Turkey. Istanbul is the biggest city of Turkey. It's very cosmopolitan city. I think now 15 or 16 million people living
Wow.
one city. It's a lot. It's too much. And so Ankara is a capital, but Ankara is so bureaucratic, politic and university in this kind of city. It's nice. It's also beautiful, of course. Uh, Istanbul is so crowded. Ankara is in the middle of Turkey, no sea, so more dry. So Izmir is a west coast, not that much crowded, not that much dry. For me,
Perfect.
I love Istanbul. I love Ankara, but I love, of course, Izmir. And so everybody, parents that periods, they come to Europe to work. Uh, I'm talking about end of 70s. Yeah, it's my father is go end of 70s or 80, beginning of 80s. And so my father go to Saudi Arabia that time, not to Europe.
Mm.
He has chance there. And then I go with my mother when I was 10 to there. And dance is always for me, it's like a bread and water. It's so necessary and always you have it in your life, even without because we love to dance. In Turkey, sorry, need to mention Turkey. That's I because now
Right.
Turkey
Yeah. So
decides to
can you teach us
men
can you teach us
yes,
the pronunciation?
Turkiye
Türkiye.
with T, Türkiye,
Türkiye.
Türkiye.
Türkiye. Okay.
Because I think they call Turkey because of there's many legend about it. the American, I think America, they were saying the shape of Turkey, it's like a turkey.
Okay.
Another legend, they say all the animal turkey, it comes from Turkey for your which day
Oh,
I forget.
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, yeah. All coming from Turkey, Türkiye, and that's why they call. Uh, I don't know which one is correct. I don't care. Like for us, when we say Turkey, we don't think about the animals because
Right.
India, we call Hindustan.
Hmm.
Hindustan is a Hindi is a Turkey is animal. Hindustan is a country of this animal. But when we say Hindustan, we never thought about this animal. It's just the name of the country. So I don't know in history uh, who give this name first or how. It's normally Türkiye.
Türkiye. Okay.
In Turkish also we call Türkiye, but I think now 1 or 2 years before, Turkey decided we're gonna use Türkiye to make it clear, not mix it with this animal because it's when you search something, when you say Turkey, there's Thanksgiving
Yeah.
thing and that country, so it's make it more clear. Türkiye.
Yeah.
It's
That makes sense. Absolutely.
Thank you. And so for us, it's very normal to dance. It's very, we never have problem to gender problem to dance. For example, uh, even now I have this kind of conversation when I'm dancing in some places. You dance with the audience, you try to pull them to take dance with you. Women, no problem, they dancing, of course. Sometimes, some men said, "Oh no, I don't want to dance. I'm man. I don't dance."
Hmm.
Me too. I'm also man. So it's nothing to do with the men or because for us, for Turkey, very normal. It's no problem to dance because we're always dancing. Okay, not like one Bollywood movie and every time is
Right.
not every time group choreography like in the musical or Bollywood movies, but in the wedding parties and celebrating New Year evening, we're always dancing. For us, is dance is like very normal. Actually, in history, men was dancing more than women.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Because I was learning about that a little bit.
Yeah, because women was not allowed to dance in front of the men. It's also in the Islam, Muslim countries, uh, beginning of çifte telli in Turkish style also, Muslim woman was not allowed to dance in front of men. And also, if you go more back, more really, I'm not talking about belly dance or Oriental, uh, more men was dancing around the fire, like I don't want to say African style dance, but you know what I mean, fire dance.
Yeah.
Men was more dancing. All these things now we are talking about men and woman things in the history was more mix or was more different. For example, if you say now pink, everybody think about women. But if you check old royal families like kings, prince, queen, all this, the draws, if you check, and normally pink was for men, the blue was for woman color.
Mm.
Yeah, it's because the blue is more bring out the skin, white to be white is more important, and it's also color of loyalty. The blue, pink is the color of more innocent for men and things. And but in 80s, I think beginning of 80s or maybe 70s, I don't know who decide, but marketing they said, let's for men, that's for women. Since that time, even you make it baby shower party or something, uh, they blow the balloons, if it's blue is a boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just opposite. Or high heel shoes. It's, when they create it, normally for men.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's beginning for men, high heel shoes, because when they ride the horse, they need to kick the horse with their shoes, and so they need the heel. Also, for royal family, I mean, let's say little bit. I have to choose correct words for don't make mistake. More high society, more high
Oh, okay.
level, who
Mhm.
has financially is not local, a little bit more higher because that time was not asphalt on the street. So all this dirt, earth, and so they close. It's so expensive and important to get dirt. That's why they use high heel shoes, not on the mat.
Yeah, not so that they don't drag their clothes in the mud.
Exactly. So the high heels, the beginning, they created for men.
Whoa.
And they, uh, Marie Antoinette, I think her name, she was more using high heel shoes, then becomes more uh, human things. So it's like it gets more this way. But if
Interesting.
you check the history, dance is also like that. If when one of the podcast actually, Turkish style belly dance, floor work in
Yeah.
history, they were all doing floor work, Turkish style, Egyptian style, Lebanese style. But Egyptians, they forbid the floor work by the law. It's They have their own reason. I mean, I'm not defending Turkish or Egyptian. They said it's too sexy or too whatever they think. And then they forbid. But in history, they were both doing floor work. Or if you see some old movies, they were also doing high heel shoes,
Mm,
wearing, which is a very typical Turkish style belly dance. High heel shoes is Turkish style.
yeah.
And in history, Egyptians was also using high heel shoes. If you check the black and white movies, and now it's a bare feet. Okay, no problem. Lebanese they still using high heel shoes. It's we all do you remember in the beginning I said cooking in
Like
the same food?
spices and just, yeah, it's all connected.
Yeah, if you just check more details, the history, they're all connecting.
Mm.
And just, uh, I don't know how we start labeling. It's like, this is this style. We are men. You're this. No, we are, don't have to be. Like when I'm teaching, I use Brett, George, Johnny, which
Yeah.
is, I didn't choose these names. It's my angels was choosing many years before. And fine. But when I was teaching I don't remember, I think it's probably USA. And they said, why only men? Uh, this is not about sexual preparation.
Right.
It's really like just a name. If you want to put uh, Ashley, Lady Gaga, Madonna, whatever, it's all name is okay. Just which name make you more remember.
Right.
And it's most easy. Brett George, because more, I think, normal, not normal, like normal, not correct words. Like
Popular? Yeah, popular.
popular or easy to remember. Like in Turkish, we have Mustafa, Ali,
Right.
and Aisha. So it's so easy. And that's why we continue these names. But if I know still some people said, why only men? Okay, put woman name, doesn't matter. I'm not
Right.
asking. It's because this is dance doesn't have gender for me. Uh, I mean, even we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to pointing dance don't have gender. Yes, because it's dance. When you dance, you don't need to think about your man, your woman, or something. Just be yourself. Of
Mm.
course, respect to culture. It's apart from the gender, apart from sex, respect to culture. Because if I do balladi, traditional balladi, for example, if I do some hip hop or breakdance movement, I feel this is not good for the culture. It's
Mm.
not about sex, not about gender. It's like I don't want, for example, they do it Turkish, or for example, you're dancing one Saidi or Baladi with two-piece costume.
Mm.
For me, it's like, oh no, this is you're dancing Saidi or Raks Asaya if you go more better name because some people I know they don't like use Saidi the word. Raks Asaya, dance of the cane. Asaya is a cane. Raks, remember, is dance. So they like to so they dance Saidi with two-piece costume. Okay, if you have gig, you're in one restaurant, club, you have many songs. For example, you start with Mejanse, with the veil, you did something, throw away. Second song, you took your stick, you continue. It's okay because you cannot change your costume, you don't have time, and it's gig. But if you're on the theater stage and you're gonna dance one song, you're coming to stage with Saidi song, then sorry, you need to have Saidi dress or Baladi dress or dress. Or if you're dancing Turkish style belly dance, you cannot do Baladi dress
Mm. Mm-hmm.
because it's two different style and you don't respect the culture
Right.
because in Turkish style it's always two-piece costume, not Baladi dress, for example. And okay, if you dance, I say this, we use high heel shoes for women, not sorry, not for men, for women. But I know some dancers, she cannot use high heel shoes because when I ask her, I said, but you're Turkish style, why don't you use high heel shoes? Said, Serkan, I'm already so tall. And if I use high heel shoes, then like I'm giant. So it's like I use more babettes. We call this, you know what I mean, babette, like gym shoes,
Yeah.
flat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at least shoes, no bare feet.
Mm.
So it's like she make it on her way, but still shoes.
Got
So
it.
if is somebody with Babette's way, this is her own personal uh, taste, but Turkish style high heel shoes.
Mm.
If you go to competition or if you dance on the stage, Turkish style with the dress and barefoot, so then this is not Turkish enough, or this is not culture, not respect to culture. So
Mm.
that's we need to be careful more. Not we don't need to think or talk about gender. No, everybody can dance. Don't need to pointing. You know, because of my language barrier, like I don't know every word or I don't know all the grammars. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sorry about it. And a long time before, I was thinking, I was saying this way, I'm colorblind because I really don't care about your color, your uh, sex, gender, really. And then when I was actually in America, they said, Serkan, no, when you're saying this, you still pointing. Like, okay, you say something good, but without you are pointing. Then I think about it and said, yes, it's true. So I stopped saying these things. Like now I was saying, we don't need to talk about the gender. We don't need to talk about the colors. Like, no, it's because when you talking, it's you're still pointing on it.
Yes.
Don't
Yes. It's not
dance
an
is
issue.
for
It should not be an issue.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's dance is for everyone. Dance
Yeah.
for everybody. Only respect to culture or same like food part. If you put so much chili pepper to your food, not everybody can eat this.
Right.
So it's too hot picante, and so it's don't respect to culture, respect to style, and continue. I'm sure everybody will like it.
Yes. Yeah. I think that that's such a great point. And also, like you said, like in some places it's like not even an issue. And then you go to another place and they're wanting to define it and label it. And it can just, it doesn't have to have a label. It just needs to be respectful. And that's the same way as we talk to people, right? It doesn't, we don't have to label people. We just need to be respectful no matter what their gender,
Exactly.
history, culture, anything would be.
That's okay. When you respect, for example, you when you respect the culture and whatever you're doing, I'm sure everyone will accept you or will understand you. And it's when I what I want to say, like respect, or remember in the beginning we said this balance is a key, and it's when you make it balance between yourself and the culture and respect the culture, and I'm sure nobody can say anything. But if you say, no, this is me, I'm going to do my own way, and there's always somebody will against you, I think.
Hmm. Yeah.
That, yeah.
So the intent, yeah, the intention behind it, right? The intention behind it is it coming from respect or is it coming from I want to do whatever I want to do?
I never think this is a good idea. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's because
Right. No,
I think
definitely
this,
not.
yeah, it's because there's always some rules, some things. I think it's, of course, that's who is doing this way is their own way, but we're not living alone. I mean, we, if you want to do, for example, dance, teach, and you need to respect to each other. You need to respect to other person, other culture, other, and no, I'm going to do whatever I want. No, that doesn't work like that. Also, the one of the biggest mistake for me, because I say this because it happened this last week to me. Somebody want to participate to festival, my festival, and but she just want to perform or competition. I said,
Mhm.
no, I don't like this way. If you want to participate, there's a festival rules. You need to take some workshops
Mhm.
because, and then she said like, yeah, but I'm professional dancer. I don't need to learn.
Oh no, my heart. Oh.
That's work like really, when I read this, like now my eyes like, what? I don't need to learn. I'm dancing already 35 years and I feel I need to learn a lot. Really like still, oh my God, there's still this dance or these details. I always say, if it's belly dance, because for me, belly dance and oriental dance is two different subject. Belly dance is more sea. It's still big, still a lot. But the oriental dance is the ocean,
Mm.
because orient is like more bigger area, and also included folklore, included all this style. And it's all these years I still feel like I'm learning new things, still like I discover, even forget about the other things, and maybe more than 10 years or 15. And for my warm up, if you remember, I use one ballady song. It's for warm up to muscles, to stretching, and to control the hips and the shoulders. And I use same song each time. Sometimes I dance this every day, or one day, three, four times, different lessons. This warm up I use, and I feel different, and I use differently. After 10 years, I feel like, wow, I can do this here also in this. Like, it's the same song. Just you need to focus whatever you're doing, not only I'm a professional. I know everything. I don't need to learn. This word is for me not understandable. Like, I don't need to learn. Like, what? How is possible? Like, we all can learn every. We are learning from students as a
Yes,
teacher.
all the time.
Like the other teachers who's watching now, they can be agree with me, with us, and because when you teach, you also learn maybe some posture, some behavior, some figure, some. I'm man, okay, I have short hair, but when the angels, students, they do the hair, I said, oh, yes, this way. So you learn from your students and how you can say, I don't need to learn.
Hmm.
Because I think in English is more good to explain this way. When you say, I'm done, for me means I'm dead. So I'm done. There's no more to learn and no
Then
more
where's the
to,
fun? Where's the fun?
yes, but when they have, it's more, okay, I don't need to learn. I know everything. Nobody know everything.
Mm.
Nobody. And last week, somebody asked me in the class, like, Serkan, can we dance this style? I said, just give me time. Like this happened also some years before. They asked me to dance Kaliji.
Hmm.
I said, just give me time because I'm not specialist of Kaliji. Because Kaliji is one of the dance especially for women. This
Oh.
Kaliji, yeah, this Kaliji is more the Gulf area dancing. Is not Turkish, not Egyptian. It's more Gulf area. Okay, we dance as on the stage or something, but culturally, it's from that area, and it's that area. There's no belly dance or the stage. I'm talking about history, not
Yes,
now.
yes. Right, like
Maybe
so
there is
more
stuff.
folkloric.
Yeah, more not folkloric, but only between women they dance this way. Or she can dance front of her husband, not from front of other men, or uh, not in the nightclub or somewhere. She dance for her, or not even boyfriend. There's no boyfriend, just husband. And again, I'm saying like I'm talking about history
Mm.
like how many years before, I don't know, but not now. There's if you go to Dubai, there's nightclubs. Okay, not the local, I mean, local dancers, not the Arabic dancers dancing. It's more Western European. They can, uh, so they can do Kaliji, for example. But I'm talking about history. So Kaliji is I said I'm not specialist, not because of only for women, because I don't know. It's like I focus more Turkish style, I focus more Egyptian style, I focus more Roman havası. So it's like maybe I didn't have time to come until there, but I never say I don't need to learn. I said, okay, give me time. I can study because what I believe, if you're a teacher, we're not teaching on the choreography. We also teach the style, the culture, to knowledge what is behind.
Yeah.
Because when student asks you, Serkan, what is this figure or why this figure? And if I say, I don't know, for me, this is not good. I
Right.
said, okay, give me time. I will study. And I asked to my dancer friends, and some of them really good with Kaliji. And I ask some private lessons. I learn and I study. It takes some times, like maybe 6 months or even more. And then I said, okay, I prepare one choreography, but this doesn't mean I know all the Kaliji style. And I don't dance on the stage Kaliji. And I make it one choreography for my students, and they were happy, they dance. So, and I'm happy I learned something more because in some of my choreographies, I use one or two figures from Kaliji.
There you
It's
go.
just, yeah, it's for me, it's good, more than good, like wonderful to learn new things and then use my own style. Just one figure is enough. And so I don't understand people say, I know everything, I can teach everything. No, like it's we know something, of course, but not everything. And then when they ask me something new, if I don't know, I don't say, hey, I can do this, I can do this. No, not everybody can do everything.
Yeah.
Or in my opinion, of course. I
Right.
prefer this way.
Yeah, and I don't think, I mean, we don't have to be experts at everything, but just having knowledge of things, especially things that like touch what your expertise is, like things that are like maybe on the outskirts, and you're just like, oh, I need to know more about that, or the musicality, or the history, or the dances that are like part of Turkey, but something that maybe you're, not an expert in. So,
Actually, this is, yes, my more correct word is expert. Like nobody can be expert of everything. Yeah,
right.
that's the more correct words. And it's like, I love to watch this ATS or Veterans Bellydance. I saw now, and I saw more videos now about block.
Yes. Yes, we had a around the block. It's a combination that
Yeah,
one of our people, Debbie Mamick created. Yeah, a little, and we had people come together and try it out.
I love it. I love to watch this, and it's like I want to, to ask this. Like I don't know, so but it's always good to learn these things. Always good to know. So I cannot say. I mean, like say it again. I'm not expert of every style. No, it's just I know what I'm doing, and even uh, I always check double what I'm saying to because what I learn in my culture, the word is the slave of you until it comes out of your mouth. But after it comes out of your mouth, you are the slave of your words.
Interesting.
Expressions, because uh, sometimes when we say something without thinking and it stays with you, then everybody will blame you, judge you, or remember you with these words.
Yeah.
But if you don't say, so it's the words or sentence is it's there inside. It's one old expressions in Turkish, and I don't know if I explain good enough, but I really like this word because sometimes we spread the 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 sentence, the words, everything without we think, but then it's like, oh, was a mistake, but never you can because life is not like records. You
Right.
can
We can't delete it.
read it. No, it's like it stays there.
Yeah.
Why it's when you're saying something or teaching something, so I feel so responsible. I always feel I need to be more careful.
Mm.
But that's me. That's me.
No, yeah, and I understand that because it's me as well. So, um, I always review things before I teach them as well, even though I've been teaching for so long, because it's really important to me to go back and make sure like I haven't cut something out or I haven't, I want to give the students everything that I can. And so I want to make sure that I have it fresh in my brain. And then yeah, sometimes also, I mean, just the other day, I was really quick to reply to something and long story short, just really quick to reply and just kind of like I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and this and this and this. And then I afterwards I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. I really should have just let that sit for a little while and then thought about it and then let it out, but it's too late. So it's like, yeah, you have to prepare, just like a teacher, like prepare what you're gonna say.
But not every time you can prepare yourself. Like sometimes, and we are human, really. It's like we also uh, have to be, not have to be, I don't know. You see the sentence, I need to think about it. We can make mistake. It's
Yes.
not the end of the world. Just it's maybe not again the same things. Like if you're gonna say something, maybe don't be so hard.
Mm,
Don't judge people hardly or badly. You never know what is behind. So
absolutely.
that's what I mean. Until you say something, think twice.
Yes.
Otherwise, like, oh, you think we never make mistake. I make a lot.
Same.
lot, and I'm human, and I always say, yes, I make mistake, and it will be not the last one.
But this is
Or,
how we learn, right? This is
yes,
how we learn.
my,
Like somebody going on the stage and wearing a two-piece costume, but they're dancing a bellady. They made a, but they're learning, and then maybe next time they'll be like, "Oh, this is really important, and I need to,
in the
it's,
choreography, like
yeah,
sometimes some people always on the same point making mistake. Like we turning right, she turned to left, and then actually this makes her more learning because then she pay attention. Ah, okay, I always turn this, but should be other side. So the mistakes, the my best teacher is my last mistake, like something like that.
that's a really good quote. My best teacher is my last mistake. Thank you for that. That's a really good quote. I need to write that one down.
Probably I learned also, I mean, I heard somewhere then I'm using, it's not copyright is me. No, I heard it
Passing
and
it
I,
on.
yeah, probably.
Well, I have some more questions. I mean, this has been such a great conversation. All of these questions that I have, I'm like, just throw them out the window. But there are a few things I want to make sure that we chat about. Real quick, I'm going to chime in with the comments. So, Maria Iosif, she's in Greece. I think she's taken classes from you before. So she says,
My
hello.
twin, my twin sister, she's amazing woman. Do you remember? And I was saying, maybe I didn't mention, I said I have to study Kaliji and the things because my student asked it.
Yeah.
And that time, the Maria was my,
Oh,
because
Maria.
Maria, she's a walking library, you know?
Yes.
Her knowledge is amazing. She knows everything. And she really, with Maria, I have so much memories with her. And until morning, we can talk about dance nonstop. And we have so much crazy times. And I know Maria, I don't know, before Jesus, like that long. For a long time, but she's amazing, and you have to see her baladi. If you
Oh, okay.
come, I now unfortunately she's not dancing, and not, I don't think she's teaching. But I saw her in October when I was in Athens. I love her. She's amazing. She says something in
Yeah,
the
she says hello, and she says marhaba, marhaba,
merhaba.
marhaba. Is that like just hello or?
Turkish is hello.
Oh, okay.
Arabic is marhaba. In Turkish is merhaba.
Merhaba. Okay, yeah, and I've heard marhaba before. And she also says, thank you for clarifying this. I am trying to explain to my students this so often. Um, oh, and she says, oh, my beloved Serkan. There's, um, oh, she says she's not the Maria Aya. I don't know. We'll
She's
see
not.
what Maria. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
sure exactly what she's saying, but let's see what she says. And then also Christina Agostini. I don't know if you know her, but she says hello. She's in Italy.
Yes, I know.
So there's about 10 people joining. So say hi, everyone, when you're here. Um, we've been talking a lot. So far we've talked about, oh my gosh, I don't even, all the things like teaching and responsibility and understanding the culture and learning about the history. We talked about gender norms and not norms and why it doesn't matter. It shouldn't even matter. Um, and we also talked about, I love how you were talking about learning a little bit of Khaliji because your students were curious and then you learned enough and then you went and shared that with them. But something that I would like to know is when so over the years, so okay, I think it's my understanding back in the Ottoman times, right? There were schools where dancers would go and learn all these so that they could perform. It was mostly boys and men that were performing the schools, right? Mostly boys and men. And then at some point, some of that dance went away. Like the schools and everything became politically like illegal at that point.
It's the mostly boys or non-Muslim women.
Yes, so that was another part was they would kind of recruit women from basically like migrants, immigrants that were non-Muslim to dance as well. And then I think what I was reading was an after kind of the fall of the Ottoman Empire, they started kind of banning some of these things. And so a lot of those dancers moved out of Turkey to go to Egypt and other places to kind of meld into their performance entertainment venue because they were entertainers at the time. But anyway, all of that. So that's kind of what I was listening about, hearing about. And then I was just really curious about how Turkish style belly dance has or has it kind of evolved since that time? Are there, or how has it evolved since that time, I guess? Are there other influences, or how has modern music influenced this more traditional folkloric style of dance? So maybe you could take us a little bit more from the past into modern times.
In the history, like we were talking about Çiftetelli, Çiftetelli was more folklore. But Greek çiftetelli is a still Oriental style. But Turkish çiftetelli, it's folkloric style. But there's also Rumeli çiftetelli, which is in Ottoman Empire, in the Ottoman palace, the more front of Sultan or in the harem. They were dancing Rumeli çiftetelli. Rumeli means is a Balkany area. So
Mm,
at that time is Balkan area is also under Ottoman Empire control. Like it's still Ottoman, but it's not in Anatolia, not in Turkey. It's a Balkany area. And that time they were dancing in front of Sultan. So that's Çiftetelli. It's more shoulder chemise, more chest chemise, and it's folklore and more feminine, more sensual way because the Çiftetelli is a folkloric, is a little bit more harder, not too hard, but the Romani Çiftetelli is a little bit softer, a little bit sensual, more shoulder shimmy. Uh, Imagine you're dancing in front of Sultan, like if you watch this Magnificent Century, Magnificent Century, you're dancing Sultan Süleyman, in front of Sultan Süleyman, so you cannot be too hard, too soft and feminine, sensual. And after that time, okay, there's some foot patterns like some traveling steps, some floor work, for example. It's always important. And then I'm taking shortcut because the evolution, or how you say this, the
yeah.
changing between old and new style. Uh, and then the after Ottoman Empire finish and the wartime and the people forget to dance. Even that time, because when I start to dance, we have this conversation, male belly dancing. And in Turkey, in Ottoman time, we have male belly dancer. For us, it's very normal. But when I start, it was not that much. And they were saying like, oh, men. Yes, because if you check the history, but because of the war, because of all this changing, one country, everything is changing. Ottoman Empire is finished, Atatürk came and uh, the make it a lot of things, and people just go out of the war, and they don't have enough food. They need to survive, so nobody think about dance,
Mm.
and then of course they forget. But then when you coming, let's say 30s, I think, because 1923 is a Republic of Turkey, then maybe 30s, the starts, the nightclub, Turkish belly dance, and then 30s, 40s, 50s, and it's become more modern, but goes little bit not the wrong direction. I don't like to say this, but it's different direction because of the nightclub owners.
Mm.
I think this is still similar. I'm sure some dancers can understand me. They they not asking, they telling you what you need to wear, what you need to do. It's like because they want more customers, and then they create their own way your costume. But normally, your dancer, you should be more free.
Mm.
You need to, okay, again, same thing, respecting to culture. You don't need to wear. Even I know some owner, nightclub or restaurant owner, they're body shaming to dancers. Like if you, because there's a shape, unfortunately, really, most of time is like that. If you have little bits, I don't say it's like you're not small size S, you're size M. Size L, like, are you pregnant?
Mm.
That's, I say this word because I really heard this when I was in Turkey, and I heard this to some dancers, owner said, unfortunately, because they want to see this shape. No way, no way. It's really like we said in the beginning, don't need to have shape or gender or sex, nothing. But 50s, if you watch some old Turkish movies, some belly dance scenes in it, so the belly dance costume is too sexy,
Mm.
and uh, so it's that goes from Ciftetelli, which is so elegant, so um, feminine, sensual. Okay, the 50 is also still feminine and sensual, but goes a little bit more sexual way,
Mm.
little bit. And then, luckily, uh, again, come back. What is come back? Didn't go nowhere, but just they change. Okay, 80s, some costume designers that, Turkish style belly dance costume is famous with the belt V. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
it's also 80s. They create this, actually one of the famous designer, the still exists, Bella. They were designing this because they want to show long legs. It's when they put it, the belt is this shape. So there's upper part, your proper,
Proportion. Yeah.
so upper part and the legs. So that's cut on two pieces. But if they make it V, and then the side, because the veil is only in the front and behind, the length is like shows so long. Even sometimes I was making joke about like you have that much legs and then that much. The, so it's like that's ultra V because
All
it's
legs.
very, yeah, only legs, legs and head. And so that's 80s periods. Everybody was dancing, even some actress in the movie actress, yeah, because the Turkish movie world, it goes a little bit, I think it's 70s, the beginning of 80s, goes more uh, sex cinema, but not pornographic, just more, how do you
Liberated,
say,
like, because people are finding that's around the time that the world was kind of like liberation and sexual freedom.
flower power, flower
Yes,
power.
flower
Yes.
power.
I don't know. I was not born that time.
I mean, me neither.
So, and then is a change little bit, and even the actors they don't have enough job to act on the movie, so they start to dance. There's some famous, very famous actress. They start to sing or dance, and but the very short periods. They're not dancers. And then 80s is thanks to one of my teacher. Okay, there's many nice names in Turkey, but she's the first belly dancer in the television, 1979. It was black and white, New Year evening, and she danced in television. 1979, coming 1980. Actually, they filmed it year before, but it was some political issues. They didn't post it
Mm.
and was published not on the television year after, and was Nesrin Topkapı, and she was the first belly dancer in the television, and then it's become okay. Uh, hey, this is our culture, this is normal. So it's not only the sexual thing. So yes, yes. And then the belly dance it's become, I mean, not only because of her, of course. That period there's Sema Yıldız, there's I think Tülay Karaca is after her. There's so many names and so many good names also. But she was Nesrin Topkapı was on the television, then of course she catch more people in one moment
Yeah.
because until that time is only in restaurants or festivities. uh, when you go out you see this, or wedding parties, but you're on at home, you have one black and white television and you see belly dancer. That was miracle for that time.
Yeah, it's like more got more mainstream at that point.
Yeah, and then it becomes like, wow, it's normal. Yes, it's like our things, and then become again popular. It's like, and then so many good names, so many good dancers, like Sema Yıldız, like Tülay Karaca. Uh, Whether I mean, there's many names. Probably, I'm sure I will forget. And then, of course, like they continue, and then we become 2000s, I mean years, and then like Asena, Didem, many names is make it Turkish style uh, continue. And like I said, I'm sure if I don't say every names, like there was Serap Su, there's Günnihal, there, all of them is my friends, and or some of them is my teachers, and so I don't say only these names created. No,
Right.
many. Just I cannot say all the names because probably I forget or time is not enough. And so that time is Turkish style çiftetelli, sorry, Turkish çiftetelli, Romani çiftetelli, and then it goes a little bit more sexual way. It's nothing bad.
Mm.
I mean, it's nothing vulgar, nothing. It's just because of the period, it was like that, like a flower power time, and then goes again back, like how it is, like a floor work, like high heels, how it's have to be. It's more art, and now I think it's same as like in Çifteteli time. Of course, there's another things, but it's more politic things like we don't need to talk about. As a dance, it makes big evolution, but it's good way,
Mm.
good way. Now
That's really
there's some good dancers, good teachers. They are keep going. They are still teaching, and because as a teacher, I feel so responsible. We have time, and this time is when it's finished, the new generation need to continue. That's why what we are teaching, we need to teach correctly, we need to teach good. Then the other, after you, they need to continue good way.
yes. Yeah. I think I mean, and that's a lot of the things that we're trying to do here at FCBDU is just make sure that the dance style that we're doing continues on for generations. So it's investing in the classes to make sure that the students have the information, investing in the teachers to make sure that they can pass on the information, not just the technique, but the energy, as you were saying earlier. You're going to walk into a room, you have 20, maybe 50 if you're in a workshop, different energies and personalities you're trying to maneuver as well as your agenda, like all of these things. It's just so important to pass these amazing traditions on. And something that you had mentioned about like just listening to the history of Turkish style belly dance and the little bit of reading that I've done on it, and just looking at kind of where we are timeline in the world and the political aspect, art, dance tells this story of the history of a country, of a culture. And from what you were talking about, like dancing with the Romani Havasi, where you're recreating, you're basically dancing to the with the same movements that you would do in your daily life, keeping those histories and those, I mean, we don't do a lot of those things anymore, like washing the clothes like this, things like that. So it's like you're keeping this history, this living history alive, but then also as the political aspects come in and floor work's no longer allowed to be done by Egyptian women in Egypt, or this moved away from the men mostly doing it and now it's women, like all of those things and all of those stories I think is so important, because as we move forward we need to move forward with that knowledge so that it's not, we don't say no you can't do this, or no that's not supposed to be done that way, or no, it's because we have the context of like, well, actually, if we look at the history, this is how it was done. It just got lost. Or we're bringing in the respect, the adding in the respect of, like you said, I'm going to learn Khaliji, but I'm going to do it in a respectful way because it's not something that I'm an expert in. That way I pass it on with the integrity, right, to the next generation.
Like, I think it's the respect is one of the most important. Whatever you're doing, it's like, and nobody can say do this, don't do this. It's like if you do it respectfully, okay. There's always somebody can be against you. Is
Mm.
I think it's always been like that. But if you do respectfully to culture, and for example, you learn Kaliji, and if you mention your teacher and if you respect the culture and you show to your students this way, I think nobody can, hey, you're not from Bulgaria, you cannot teach this. No, it's like you can. And because you're showing correctly, you're doing respectful, and you're mentioning your learn from who, because it's also, I think, one of the big issues. There's also some of my students, not all. Luckily I have most of them good students, and but if you check, some of them looks like they were born like that, belly dancer. They never learn, not from me, not from others. Like they were born and then they start to shimmy and then they don't need to make any, they don't need to mention you or something. It's like, or in the beginning they mention you and then suddenly it's a I don't want to say something bad about it. Like in beginning, when they talk about you, this is my teacher, I'm proud of my teacher, and then suddenly this is my dear.
Mm.
Like we dance, we start to dance together. Like when, like, okay, you are my student, and it's okay. I mean, I don't have problem. I'm the to say I'm teacher, your student. No, no, no way. But no, we didn't dance together, or we didn't start together. And if you don't want to say my name, it's okay, no problem as a teacher. But if you say it in the beginning, my teacher, and now, hello, my dear, like, okay, something is
Yeah.
weird.
When
Like,
did I stop being your teacher?
I mean, you don't have to call me, I'm, hey, my teacher. No, it's okay, I'm Serkan, but uh, it's weird, like beginning to write my name as a teacher in your website. That time was websites. Now I think is more Instagram and other things. But that time is my name was in your website as a teacher, and then suddenly it disappeared. Like, oh, how come? Because she or he was born as a belly dancer, so don't need to teach her name. I
Right.
think we need to not forget our how to say these roots,
Yeah.
like where we learn the
Mhm.
seed. Like my first teacher was one uh, Egyptian woman, and she's not even dancer. And I was 10 years old. Remember, was we start from this, and my family, my father, go to Saudi Arabia to work. And my landlord, uh, man was Turkish, is a friend of my father, and his wife was Egyptian woman. And she, okay, as a child, I have the advantage. I can go to women's side with my mother and men's side with my father in the festivities, or even when we go to as a guest to their house, I can go to, because they are sitting separately, men and
Right.
women.
Okay.
And I'm 10 years old, so I can go my mother's side and then men's side. So I saw it how the man is dancing there. But this Egyptian woman, and she's not dancer, but she saw how I'm enjoying the dance and everything. She said, "Come, I will show you some figures." She was
Oh,
my first teacher, and she's not even belly dancer. And I never forget her as a teacher. And then, of course, I continue with the videotapes that time, and Egyptian videotapes. And then when I'm in Turkey, I found my Turkish teachers. I searched. That time was no technology like now, Instagram or Facebook, nothing that time.
right.
So we should not forget how we learn, from who we learn. And we need to respect to style, to culture, to teachers.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, we use too much this word, respect, respect.
I think that's the main thing is respect, and then also the connection, like understanding, being able to
Yeah.
connect with people and connect with your students and your teachers, and um
Empathy,
yeah,
empathy. So like you put yourself to the place of other person, then it's maybe life or world will be better.
hopefully, maybe. Oh,
There's always,
we need a little better of a world right now.
there's
Ah,
always.
oh my goodness. Well, I want to make sure that I'm respectful of your time because I could just sit here and talk to you forever. So I want to just make sure that we have a couple more. I know, can you believe it? We've been already like 90 minutes going.
We did already 1.5 hours. Oh my
Yes,
God.
I know. So I want to make sure that I'm making sure that I get to any other questions, and I want to make sure that I give time for you to talk about anything else you want to talk about. Christina says, still have my green costume with V form from my teacher Erkan. Brought me 1990 from Istanbul. It was a gift of my husband. Such sweet memories.
Great.
Yeah, that's amazing. I want to just go over my questions just to make sure. But while I'm going over these questions, can you tell us a little bit about what we'll expect from your workshop next Saturday? So for those of you that don't know, we have a workshop with Serkan here on FCBDU. It's included in your membership, or you can purchase it if you're not a member. It's okay, we forgive you. You can purchase it outside of the membership. But so I'm gonna let Serkan tell you a little bit about what we're gonna learn in that workshop. So can you tell us a little bit about what to expect?
I would love to share the Turkish style belly dance, technique and combinations. And of course, we will have time to make it some mini choreography, or if you have time, we can finish, of course. But when I'm teaching, I would like to share the culture or the figures. First, the beginning, especially, I would like to explain what is Turkish style belly dance, how you can recognize Turkish style belly dance, and what is the remark, like we said, floor work, like now. And so this is what makes Turkish style belly dance. Those things I would like to explain in the workshop. And then I will show some techniques, and then we make them together as a combination. Then we will have one choreography. And if it's possible, they can bring a veil.
Oh yeah.
Because also I need to explain what is Turkish style veil. There's not every veil is Turkish style, and maybe short information like that they can have, like
I love how you just like, or just like this veil right here. You just pull it out.
I have here, because this is my online teaching studio, so I have all the veil and hip scarves, all these things here. But it's magic, you see.
Right?
uh, Turkish style veil is the chiffon. actually. It's like the silk, but I will explain more details in the workshop. But the most recognizable things about the Turkish style veil is a shape, because Turkish style veil is a half moon or
Mm.
semicircle, half circle. That's from the history is like that. Okay, now we use also rectangle veils. Also, we use silk veils because that time Turkish. Do you remember Çiftetelli? I was saying front of Sultan Rumeli
Okay. Soft
Çiftetelli.
and
They have chiffon harem pants, chiffon gilet, and this even some of them they have chiffon the face scarf.
Mhm.
And so they were using chiffon because silk was not easy to have it or to find it. I'm talking about history because probably that time there was no AliExpress or Temu.
eBay.
So now it's more easy to find it. But of course, now it's less silk in it than more synthetic things. I'm not saying for everybody doing this, but it's more easy because it's cheaper. And that time was more chiffon. Even probably Christine will be agree with me when her husband bring the costume for her. Turkish designer, Turkish belly dance costume designers, when you buy from them costume, you receive a necklace, but the same material of the costume, and something for the hair, and chiffon veil was included.
Oh.
It was like that. Automatically, you have full package, like you have costume, no full package because no shoes, and you have costume, you have veil, and everything. It's become all these years until I think 2000 or even 2010. It was always chiffon. I mean, I'm talking about myself. I was using. Then it's when I joined the silk because it's totally different energy, different thickness or weight. Because Turkish style veil, the chiffon, it's more heavy. When you do the figures, is you need to do a little bit extra power. Then figures looks different. But the silk veil, it's more flying. It's more easy to use. Then I enjoy more. Then I continue with the silk veil. But officially, originally, is a chiffon and half moon shape,
Okay.
semicircle, half circle. So that's, for example, I need to explain in the workshop because if you want to do Turkish style, you need to know this.
Right.
If you do it with the, like I'm dancing with the silk veil, it's not wrong. Like I said, it's same food but different spice. Uh, it's not wrong, but at least you need to know.
Yeah, it makes sense
But
that the movements would be softer because you don't have to have as much force to get the air, I guess, under the silk, but the chiffon has to be a little more, yeah, the power.
yeah, and also the some figures is makes really difference. Like when you do, I don't know, flourish. When you do flourish is like a silk veil. When you do one, the veil is coming still down, but the chiffon, boom, is like more hop and finish. So
Mm.
some figures more nicer in silk, or some figures more nicer in chiffon, but both nice.
Yeah.
One of my secrets until uh, I think until 2000. I mean, I don't know exactly year, but the beginning of my dancing life, I didn't like much veil because I'm tall and I have long arms. Even when I buy some shirt, is always have same problem. The size is okay, but the short is sorry, sleeves is always short, and I feel like I'm like a giraffe when I was dancing with
Oh no.
the when I was dancing with the veil. And then I don't remember a year exactly. And I start to learn something different way. Of course, with thanks to my teachers, some of them let me enjoy and let me understand better. And now is one of my strongest point is a veil. Like I really enjoy, really love, and I think, I mean, not saying something I'm the best. No, just I think I'm quite okay, quite good with the veil. It's
Yeah.
because I'm enjoying. So in the beginning
You're
is
enjoying. I love, we'd have to add that, right? Yeah, you got to enjoy what you do.
yeah, because when you enjoy, you feel better, and then because the one of the secrets of the dancers, nobody gonna remember your technique or your combination, your choreography. Only some dancers remember. Oh, she did this figure. I need to try also. That's it. All the audience, they're gonna remember the feelings,
Yeah.
which feelings you give them, and then they remember this. Like, oh, I watched Diana. She was so nice. What she did, I don't know, but she makes me laughing all the time. But which figure? Something. You see, they remember the feelings, not the figures. So when
That's what I tell my students. And before we plan any performance, the first question I ask is, how do you want the audience to feel during this performance?
yes,
And
exactly.
sometimes it's happy and sometimes it's fascinated, like intrigued or, because you're creating an experience. So, yeah.
So just enjoy, and then they also enjoy.
Yeah. So I love
And
that. So I don't have a veil. I actually don't dance with a lot of props. I think the reason is because the only prop that I really have danced with and felt like I don't know, powerful with is a sword. I love to balance a sword and to dance with a sword. Um, but when I first started belly dancing, I was dancing Rock's Sharky, and I felt it was quite feminine for me. It was like, oh, this isn't doesn't feel like me. So our style is while it's definitely feminine, there's a little bit more of an earthy element, a little bit more of a masculinity to it, if you will. And so I feel like a sword, I don't know, like I guess it makes me feel really good to dance. And there are some dancers that use skirts and veils. And I like veils, but I've tried it and I just feel like it doesn't feel like me. I feel too, I don't know, like the soul. I feel like I would be dancing in front of the Sultan when really I just want to be like dancing on the street or something. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm excited to try it with a veil.
but it will be not a complete veil dance choreography or not a veil combination. Maybe this is another topic for another workshop because if we do it veil dances, I have many combinations. I love, like I said, now I'm enjoying. I love to veil dance, but with Turkish style belly dance, we use veil for entrance. Actually, we use longer. We use more than other styles. It's some uh, like for example Egyptians, they use for entrance, they use and then they throw the veil and they continue, but we dance almost complete song. Even we love to wrap ourselves with the veil and then to continue, like we call this the half, one shoulders, one arm is covered with the veil, and then you continue your dance. That's very typical Turkish. So that's what I want to share. Uh, on this, that's why I said maybe not complete choreography we're gonna learn. Maybe some combinations, which is like they can use their own choreographies, they can use their own performance, these combinations or these figures. That's why I would like to share with them maybe two or three different song and combinations, and
Yeah.
come with the veil. So that's and then if they like this veil part, maybe we can do one Turkish style belly dance choreography, but full choreography, and it will be wonderful for performance, for competition. Only 3 minutes song. It's short, but it's really good. Start very slow. It's like a Dream of Sultan.
Ooh.
Or yeah, that's maybe
Uh,
we can do for one of workshop if they
oh,
like it.
I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I reached out to Serkan, I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to have a class with you on online and let's do a podcast. I want people need to hear. Like I was like, I want our community to hear all of the fantastic things that I just got a glimpse of last year when we were together at your workshops. So yeah, I can't imagine that your workshop won't be like blow people's minds. But then I definitely want to hear from our community of like what else would you want to learn from Serkan because we're diving into all things Turkiye. Yes.
Yes.
So over the years we've kind of dove into different aspects of the things that influence our dance style. So our dance style is, I would say it's a fusion, or we do say it's a fusion of different styles of dance put together in an improvisational way in a group. So we have the different cues and combinations that we do so that if you know, as you saw in Morocco, maybe I've never danced with Deirdre before, but we got together and we speak the same language, so we can dance. You know, it's that kind of thing. But we always are looking to learn more about the inspiration behind what we're fusing. Because as you said, when you know the why, first of all, it's respectful, but also then you can feel it a little bit more. Like you just have that, you know, that connection. And it's beautiful. And every time now, because I've told you, we have um, a movement in our dance style that we call it the Turkish shimmy. We've adjusted the name to be a forward and back shimmy so that people don't get confused and think we're doing Turkish style belly dance. So we call it a forward and back shimmy. And now, since we've met and I took your classes and we had so much fun together, now every time I do that movement, I think of us dancing together at the hafla afterwards, and it just like makes the joy and the power and everything just brings more joy to my life.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Dan. Like that's what I mean. Like dance bring us together and it's like one language. I
Yes.
mean, you don't need the language, just dance. Like you said with Didier, you dance together, even you have two different style, but in one dance, one song, you dance together. So it's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's when we dance is I think everything is getting better. At least that moment. That's 3 minutes. If you don't get stress, then it's better. Yeah, that's wonderful. And that's those things I like to share, like this Turkish shimmy, or we call this Turkish steps,
Turkish step.
actually. Or the Egyptians, they said this is Turkish steps because we use a lot. In
Yeah.
Turkey, we call this more Romani, uh, not Romani, it's a Romani walk because they
Oh, that's
all with.
interesting. So in Egypt, they call it a Turkish step,
Yes,
but in Turkey, you call it a Romani.
Romani walk. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's all this different culture, different language, different pronunciations is like I think when many years before I was teaching in Greece, I said now it's on this choreography, this part. Let's make shushu. They said shushu. What is shushu? And I show this one. Ha chuchu. Same figure, they pronounce shushu, but I learned from my teacher it was shushu.
Yeah.
It's, the different pronunciation. Probably you also say chuchu, but
We
my
do,
teacher,
but depending on what country everyone's in, because we have our teachers that speak Spanish, they say shushu. Some of them. Yeah, it's just because of the pronunciation.
and I learned from my teacher was shushu. So then I was teaching shushu, and but the end is the same figure.
It's the
Just
same.
we have you call this barrel turn, right? In America we have
Oh, the barrel. Yeah,
yes, and we call this plein turning.
planner turning because you're turning on on the different. Oh, like a airplane.
Because of the arms have to work together. It's
Yes.
not like I mean, when we dance, I will maybe show better. It's like the arms have to work in same time, like a clock.
Yes.
And so we were calling this planeur, like the airplane, but without motor. So it's a planeur turning.
Yeah.
Or here in Europe, they said also windmill. Windmill?
Windmill. Yeah. Windmill.
Windmill turning because of windmill also arms, I mean, not changing.
Same time. Yeah.
And yeah, every country or every language have different pronunciations. So it's like windmill or planeur, barrel turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Same figure, only.
Fascinating.
But that's why we need to be careful. Remember, I said we are responsible of other, I mean, new generations. So what we teach, we need to check from other culture, other country. It's like if this is okay, because some people, I don't say they do it, but it's so easy. I don't remember this figure. Okay, let's give this figure name Diane. And then I teach Diane, and my students, for example, Diana, and then they will teach Diana, and then we'll continue like that. You see, it goes different direction, but
Mhm.
check. You need to know what are you doing.
Yes.
Like you need to be sure what are you doing. Not like okay, I can teach choreography. There's many teachers, but teaching choreography is not the to be how do you say this good enough to be teacher
Yes.
because
It's just reading an article about that. It's different to teach a choreography versus teaching dance.
yes exactly it's two different things like teaching choreography i I never teach only choreography. I also talk about the culture, talk about the country, talk about history or something. It's like teaching choreography for me like copy and paste.
Yes.
Unfortunately, a lot now is many. They only watching your video and then they just copy and paste and then they do it or they learn from your videos. No, if you have chance, come to my class, come to online, go other teachers. I mean, I'm not talking about only myself, just example. And it's like always go get the teacher. And when I'm in the country, I said like, hey, I'm here, use me.
Yeah.
You don't need to take workshop. Let's sit and talk about dance. Because you not only learn from the workshop, from dancing, also from conversation. You learn different culture, different uh, ideas, different things. Like just not copy and pass. I'm not agree with this.
Right.
Like there's many things to learn. And like when I'm in Morocco, that time with you also, like at all these workshops, this instrument, remember, it was amazing. And
Oh,
that's that man was really the workshop. Really, I love it, and it's opened the other door uh, to my dance view and this the women music bands.
that was one of the best
I
nights of my life.
saw them 8 years before. Was same. I
Oh,
follow them always, and they are the best women band in
oh,
Morocco.
I
The
mean,
highlight of the
still,
tour.
just one of the best nights of my whole life. Yeah.
They're amazing, really. So it's you see, just to find, and you don't again same thing. Not only workshops, you learn that night. We dance only, for example,
Yeah.
but you learn the spice of the
Oh,
dance.
yeah.
Even you
Like
don't.
what move, like how, like the like kind of like the circular rhythm and why the movements, because the music makes you want, like you don't even know what you're doing. You just
Yes,
want to move that way.
exactly. You don't need to think about it. Like, okay, just do it.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. Yeah. So just open your mind, open your eyes. Everything is possible.
Oh, that's
In your
beautiful.
heart. So,
Open your heart. Open your heart. Anything's possible. Oh, we have so many comments. Let me just check in with the comments. Christina says it's so great that we thank our teachers doing gratitude. So we do this thing before we dance. It stems from Indian classical dance, where they acknowledge the different things, like the space that you're dancing in, the music, and we honor our teachers every day before we dance. And so it's just a little gesture to honor our teachers. Oh, Jane's here. She says, I'm very proud of my teacher, Serkan Tutar. I started to dance at an older age, and he made me a better person and a better dancer.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
And Maria says, I would love to learn more about Turkish music. So we'll hear some next week, I'm sure. Yes. Um,
Yes.
and then Natty, who's in Argentina, says, all secrets are welcome. Love this interview. And Maria says, the history, the instruments, things like that, I love. And I use very often music from Turkey, I'm going to say Turkiye and Turkish composers. And then she says shushu. So she might say shushu as well.
But in Greece,
Yeah, Maria says she learned it as a sachet, like a sachet.
yes.
Um, and Christina says, totally agree about teaching only choreography. Thank you for that. And she sends a heart.
Oh, that's so nice. All of them.
All
It's
right. So I'm going to wrap it up. But all of this, so we were talking about earlier about we did this around the block challenge, right?
yes.
So one of the teachers in our community, her name is Debbie Mamick. She lives in Australia. And she's an amazing teacher. She's a musician. She plays the piano and a lot of other, anyway, so she's just a brilliant person. She created a little combination of steps that we use, and it's for duets so that they can practice kind of moving around and connecting with each other. And so this in February, we focused all of our classes and our newsletters and things around duets and connection. So we thought this would be a fun challenge to do. And so the winners of that Around the Block challenge each get a month-long subscription to FCBDU, which means they now have one access to your workshop on Saturday. So I get to announce the winners now because we told them we would announce at the end of the podcast. Woo! I know. We got so many. So you guys, first of all, I just want to thank everybody that did the challenge because it was so fun to open up my computer every morning and see people dancing all around the world doing duets together.
That's so nice. I
It,
love them.
it was amazing, right? It was so beautiful. So
Oh,
I worked with my assistant. So I have an assistant. Her name is Alina. And yesterday I was like, we need to pick our winners for the Around the Block challenge.
okay.
Usually we do like we have an app, we just like pick one random.
Yes.
But we had these two dancers show up and do this challenge. And I was so excited. And because we've been talking about like gender and all of this, and because we have not just you this month as our male belly dancer, we have another male belly dancer that will be presenting some our Turkish step, some combinations later on this month. Anyway, all of that to say, the winners of our Around the Block challenge are Pedro and Chris of Tribu Alnar in Chile. So our two guys that joined in our challenge.
I saw them. I saw them. They're great.
I
I mean,
loved it.
always nice. Yes, but they're great. Yes.
Yes. And I loved their descriptions. They talked about how it was such a great combination to help practice eye contact and connection, and just the way that they described their experience with that duet challenge was super inspiring. So congratulations to Pedro and to Chris. We'll be in touch with all of your access information. So thank you all for joining that challenge. So
That's
good.
wonderful.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun.
All challenges. I saw most of the videos. I love them. They're really good. Really
Good.
good.
I am so proud of our community and so proud of everything that we've just been doing to connect and to unite people all around the world. And yeah, and so thank you for being a part of that. And thank you for being here today. I'm so like ridiculously excited about Saturday, and I'm excited to for our community to be able to take a workshop with you and to learn. And yeah, and I wanted to also give you an opportunity to plug your event. So you also host an annual festival in Istanbul, yeah? Okay,
Rakkas Istanbul.
Rakas Istanbul, and that's in June.
June this year, June 19 to 22. And there's gala shows, there's a lot of workshops in two studios on the same time. And you can choose, and there's competition, but need to remark this, like competition, not really, how to say this, not too hard or something, very friendly.
Mm.
And it's most important to get feedback
Oh, that's
because yeah, that's really important for me, and it's really transparent competition. What I mean, all the numbers and every judge, you can see it. Like there's no behind the scenes number, no, nothing. Everything is transparent. You can see it. You can ask the judge to get feedbacks, and only in the world, the one festival is Rakas Istanbul has Turkish style category.
wow, that's great.
Many festivals has competitions or only competitions. They have many different categories, but no Turkish style, unfortunately. But we have Turkish style, and we have also golden age category,
I love you were telling me about this. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Yes, golden age
which
category.
is like 55 plus. It is not about old or something, just we notice it because before time we didn't have this. Uh, there's some 20 years young girl and 50 years young lady. Energy is like, she's really so exciting. And then they said, Serkan, we have some big conversation after the festival, some, I think it's 2 years before now. And why you don't think about us like we are 50 plus or 55 plus, because we have some friends, some dancers who's coming and 70 years old. So it's like there's no age limit, which is wonderful. And when I was thinking, actually, it's true. Yeah, why not? We can have one category, and it's this category. They can choose which style they want. They can do Turkish style. They can do rock sharky or drum solo, whatever, fusion, and so we did it, and it's really good idea. It's like golden age. Only we have one story, one lady, she mixed it. She taught this golden era category.
Oh,
And then she registered, but then I saw her, luckily daytime, not in the evening, I mean, not before the competition, daytime. I said, are you sure you're 55 plus? Because you look much younger. And then she said, yes, I'm 22 or 3. Why? I said, this is golden age category. So it's like you need to be 55 plus or plus 55. Said, oh, I misunderstood. I thought this is golden era.
oh, look.
Yeah, so luckily, and you know what happened? She was in the correct category, then she was the winner.
Oh, wow.
Everything has reason.
Yeah.
And she was doing the fusion category because we have fusion show category, because I don't want people do only drum solo, but they are in rock shark category. That's not correct.
Mm.
So I have to give them more freedom, like fusion. You do what you want, but not you do it with drum solo in the rock shark category. So back to festival. We have Friday gala show with the red carpet, photo shooting and everything. And then the gala show with the teachers. Saturday, all day workshops. And then evening, there's competition. What I said, like more friendly. Everybody help each other. That's one of the really best part of the competition. All the competitors, they help each other for the costume,
Oh, I
and
love that.
there's no problem between them, like never saw them. They make problems. And then Sunday, all day workshops. And then Sunday night, there's open stage world show, like who come to festival, they perform. And then we have closing gala show. with party. This year we make it 3 nights, but sometimes before time we were making 4 nights, because one night we make it boat tour in the Bosporus.
Oh,
With
wow.
I hope you will do it, because it's also, we have Eva San Pedro from Spain. She's doing fusion
Wow.
style. We had Sharon Chiara,
Mhm.
2 years. We
Yeah,
have
she
it.
lives here close by. Yeah.
It was 2 years in Rakas, Istanbul, and then we have again one. Sorry, I forget the name. You know, this kind of time you never remember.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, I forget her name. She's doing really, really good fusion things, but really, she make it a character. Like one time as cowboy girl, like a
Oh,
coyote,
wow.
and she was doing this. She's doing good actually. It's really good. And then Eva San Pedro. This is her second or third time in Rakas, Istanbul. She's if you have chance, watch. She's from Spain, Eva San Pedro, and she's doing very good. I mean, I'm not a specialist for your style. I mean, she's doing fusion, but I don't know which category or which label, like Fat Chance Bellydance or ATS, or I know there's
Lots of
many
different
different. Yeah.
ones.
So I don't know she's from which one, but she's really good. You can check on her. And because on the festival, I really care about every style on it. Like we have Somaya, Moroccan style she's doing. She's really good also. And we have Leman Hendricks from Azerbaijan. She's living in Texas actually, but she's dancing Azerbaijan dance. And you see Turkish style, Egyptian style, Leandro we have Osama from Egypt,
Oh,
uh, Leandro from Argentina. Okay, he's living in Germany, but Argentina. And Turkish style, Roman havası, Japan teacher we have. Uh, did I forget somebody? You see, like always we forget. I try to have all style, much as possible. So it's like Rakas Istanbul door is open for every style,
amazing.
Oriental world. So just come. I hope you can do it.
Oh yeah, I was looking at it this year, and then I'll probably have to do it next year. But I'm gonna post a link to it in the show notes and on our website and everything. So maybe some of our community will get to go because I think it just sounds
I'm
amazing.
sure they will love it. From USA, we're gonna have some Calvia. We have from USA also, and she's doing more Lebanese style,
Oh,
for
nice.
example.
I just think it's wow, what a great place to go and to learn to have accessibility to all these different teachers and all of these different styles. Imagine what you would walk away with, like so much inspiration and all the
They will love
different
it.
music and everything. Wow. Yeah, that sounds
You will love
amazing.
it, and I'm sure they will love you also. And one question: these comments you're reading from is YouTube, right?
Yeah, you can go out and see them all.
So after this, I would love to read all these comments.
Absolutely. And I'll definitely send you the link. So after this, our podcast stays out on our YouTube channel in the podcast section, and then also on our website, we have an area for podcasts, so everybody can go out there and find us. And yeah, I'm so excited. So they were saying, congratulations on your event, and lots of clapping going on in the comments section. So yeah,
We'll read them.
yes, definitely.
I hope they enjoy same as like me. I really enjoy, like I thought it's going to be 1 hour, but we did it 2 hours
Oh my
actually.
gosh,
Two
they
hours.
just keep going.
That's wonderful
Yeah.
because I think it's when people is happy, the time is passed so quickly.
Does. It does. And we're talking about things that we totally love and are just get excited about. And I love speaking with somebody that has been, you've been dancing for so long and been teaching and traveling and you still are so excited and passionate about what you do. And that just makes me so happy.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's true. Like after all this years, still, I love it. What I'm doing. I'm so happy when I'm teaching or when I'm dancing. Really. It's like I said, sometimes you feel so tired to go to work, to dance. But then when you start to dance, you forget everything.
Yes,
Dance keep us alive mentally and physically.
for sure, for sure. And on that note, I will let everyone go for the day. But oh my gosh. Okay, so Serkan, thank you so much for all of your inspiration and your knowledge and this beautiful, authentic, just like this conversation has been so great. And we didn't cover a lot of the things that I thought, but it was so much better than what that was going to be. This is what it's all about. It's just like having a conversation, being across, this big pond from each other, and connecting with all of the people, all of your angels, and all of our community online. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So next Saturday, everyone, same time. So it's 9 a.m. Pacific, which is GMT -8. Yeah.
8 - 8, yes.
-8. Yeah, so we'll be live on FCBTU. We're going to do it via Zoom, but of course, the recording will be available directly after. But I'm really excited to see you again next Saturday and for everybody to join us.
Thank you so much. Really, it was wonderful. I told you even like I was a little bit nervous because of my language barrier, or maybe I will not understand something. And I'm always a little bit afraid to say something is not really what I mean. It's always go other direction. So I was nervous, but it was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you having me. And I hope they enjoy also. And all the questions we tried to answer, but if we didn't, then next time, or they can ask you, they can ask me, or next time we can talk more about these things. But I'm really, really happy. Thank you so much.
Me too. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone that joined us live or later.
Thank you, everybody. See you next